Hello everyone, my name is Goblin King, welcome back to another Minecraft video, and today we are going to be working on the actual little jungle base that we've had, and taking a break from Yoshi on it because I've had a rough time thinking of something to do with the interior. But before that, in between videos, I did so many projects like repairing the, the piston door for our storage room, which was pretty good. Took me a bit to remember how to make it, and clearing out this area behind my base for a future expansion of the mountain, because my plan is to have a second cliff like this over here with two waterfalls and a big lake at the top, where I'm thinking of making a futuristic like city of some kind with aliens and all the like. But before that, that has appeared in between this and the last episode. I don't know what it is. It looks to be a Torii gate of some kind, but I don't know what it's doing here. But that doesn't really matter right now. I'll worry about that later once if it does become an issue. But first, we got some more land to clear. We got this entire little area here that we gotta first chop down all the trees and then mine. So let's hop into a really quick time lapse and get that done. So now we've cleared out all the trees in the immediate area, or all the trees that I thought were necessary to take out. And next we're gonna move on to digging up all the dirt on the mountain so that we can just insta mine it with our pickaxe once there's no more dirt, and because I would like to have some dirt in excess. Okay, let's get that started right now. Okay, so now that we've finally mined out all the dirt, or most of it, we can now move on to the stone to finish mining this thing out so that we can eventually make a giant mountain. And we got a lot of dirt, which will help for future terraforming projects, but that's not really that big of a deal. And these again, some of these stats don't really matter, but yeah, let's get down onto the getting all the stone done. In 3, 2, 1, let's. Okay, now we have officially finished up the entirety of clearing out this area. This beacon was here back when I cleared out this other area that was right next to it. And I think soon we are going to start making the actual mountain or new cliff face. I don't know how tall it's going to be just yet, but probably either double or triple this because I want it to be pretty decently high. And I might, just for like simplicity's sake, push this area, push it all the way back to about here, but I don't know for sure yet. But I know for a fact that I will have to push this back probably by 20 to 30 blocks, but I can start here by making the cliff because this is plenty of room, more than enough room in fact. So let's get started on that right now. A basic outline, some pillars for the mountain. I know it does. I know it's pretty flat and bad right now, but that's because I haven't done any work to really build it up like I did over here. So my plan right now is to just freehand it in survival because I don't want to just always be using the creative method because that's kind of boring. It's not the point of the game. So my plan is just to put stone on all these blocks and then build it up. And then once I get that done, I'm gonna start with dirt to make the frame and outline of like the extra mountain, adding some like of the extras I have here before texturing it and before turning it all to stone, and then we can go from there. Either that or it's going to be a full-on mountain. We'll have to see though. I'll get back to you guys when I've done that. Okay, after building up the walls, now finally time to start doing some of the basic detailing work. And yeah, it is a giant. It's gonna be a giant mountain or cliff or whatever you want to call it. And I know for a fact I'm gonna have to clear all of this out here so that I can make a cliff face somewhere back here. But that's a job for once this is all done and I get a general idea of how it's gonna look. So I'm gonna get started on that, try and get a design down before we hop into a very quick time lapse, get it all done. And I'll see you guys when that's finished. Okay, now we've gotten a pretty basic start, which I am happy with. And I'm gonna start now building it up more and adding more stone to actually give us an actual cliff. So let's get into time lapse and get that started. Okay, so now we've gotten the entirety of the mountain, or not entirety, we've got a good framework done. I am going to spend some time just prettying it up, like fixing how some of the stone looks and making it look like less blocky, like right here, and raising some of this grass up and just doing some basic work before I go into the main detailing of stairs, slabs, andesite, and all that I did down here. No, I don't know if I'm gonna do any gradients or anything like that. I think that's I'm not good at that right now, so I think I'm sticking away from that. But just use this framework and just improve upon it. And I don't think we need time lapse for that because it's just gonna be a lot of small stuff, and I don't want to waste your time or my time. So I'm gonna hop right to that, and I'll see you guys when it's done. Okay, so now it's been a bit of time, and I did a lot of work. Did a lot of work on this thing. There's still a few areas like right here that need to be detailed and edited a little, but overall, it's come together pretty well. And I've done a lot of work. Like, as you can see, I've got some grass, some level terrain around, and I mainly fixed out the blockiness of the mountain. And I also did some work on the top of it with putting grass and some varied levels, like as you can see here and here. And I've already started mapping out how like the tiered grass is going to work like it did down here. But that's a job for future. Right now, I need to work on getting the texturing done and possibly a gradient. We'll have to work with that. I might do some test gradients, but I don't know if I'm going to commit to it fully yet. So let's get that done. I'll see you guys when it's complete. So we are finally back, and a lot has gotten done. Mainly, uh, there's a gradient now, and there's some texture, and there's some gradients. And remember how I said I wouldn't do a gradient? Well,
I lied.
okay, but all jokes aside, I am really proud of how it has come out and how it looks. I think for one of my first gradients, or one of my first attempts at making a gradient, I should say, it looks pretty darn good. And especially from a distance, which I'll show you right now, it looks really imposing. Just look at that. Look how sick that looks with it goes from the black stone to the smooth basalt to the deep slate, and then to the tuff, and then to the actual andesite sandstone / cobblestone. Well, that was a lot of slashes, my bad. But overall, I really like how it has come together. The last thing that we need to do is the putting of some stairs and slabs. As you can see, I've already started briefly, but I haven't really done much. And that's fine. That's a-okay, because I didn't want to go too far and not show you guys what I've been up to. Because this is a lot of work. This took me over a day to do because of just how difficult it was. But I'm gonna get it done real quick, and I'll see you guys when it's all complete. So now this whole section of the mountain or cliff, whatever you want to call it, is now done, and I think it looks amazing. It looks absolutely stunning, and I love the gradient that I made. I'm overall really proud of this build, and I liked how it's turned out. And it's made me pumped to get started immediately on the next parts of it. But I gotta I gotta hold my horses and gotta take my time on this. I don't want to rush into it. And because there's a lot of land I gotta clear, like over here, I got a whole cliff I gotta push back, and I gotta take out. I just got a lot of stuff to take out. And I think something I'm gonna do between videos is light up all the caves underneath my area to decrease mob spawning, just so that I can have something to like what's it called? Just get my creative juices flowing, so I can think of the best way to make the rest of these mountains. But yeah, overall, I think this was a pretty successful and pretty productive day. And I'm really looking forward to seeing how it looks. And if you guys are too, leave a like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys all later. Uh, bye bye.